Karl-Anthony Towns, well, he had himself a game. We want to check this out because he gets a triple-double, joining Clyde Frazier, who did it against Bill Russell. But first, let's check in on the action. Jalen Brunson and the Knicks trying to get their lick back in this series. Dyson Daniels swings the ball to Jalen Johnson, who finds Nickeil Alexander-Walker in the corner for three, and the Hawks are up 14-13. They've taken the last two games, but here come the Knicks. Brunson drives, gets the bucket to go over Alexander-Walker. Knicks lead 27-20 after a quarter, and New York taking control now. Towns driving, takes two slow steps, gets the bucket to go. That's a tough bucket by Towns, worth both points right there. Later in the quarter, OG Anunoby uses the screen, gets a step-back three, bucket. Knicks led by 14 at the half. To the third quarter we go. Knicks up 12 now. Brunson dribbles into the double team and rolls his ankle. Brunson's in pain here. Doesn't look good. He would go back to the locker room after this as we take another look. Ooh, don't like what that looks like. Heads back to the locker room to get that looked at later in the quarter. No Brunson. Knicks up 8. Jose Alvarado gets a sneaky steal. Towns finds Anunoby. Where's he going to be? There he is. Lays it in. Gets the bucket. Now, less than a minute later, Towns finds Alvarado. That's a three. Productive minutes for Alvarado here before Brunson did return to the game. So good news here. The ankle, not that bad. Knicks up 13. Now up 16. Brunson finds Towns for the transition three. Knicks led by 21 going into the fourth quarter. So feeling safe about this, New York, right? Towns driving, finds OG Anunoby in the corner for three. Bucket. Towns finished with 20 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. Get him on the court and he's trouble. Jalen Brunson. Miles McBride finds Brunson for three. Here he is postgame.
I feel like the way we played on both sides of the ball, like I said, going back to the second half of, or the fourth quarter of Game 3, the way we've been able to do that these past 5 quarters is how we got to play, especially against them. I mean, like I said before, the things that they're doing and how they're playing is great. You know, we just have to be able to continue what we're doing as we did the past 5 quarters.
In a pivotal game like tonight, we needed to be our best. I thought we not only met the challenge, but we exceeded the expectation in the moment, and that's what you expect a team that has experience like us to do.
Our NBA analyst, Chiney Ogwumike, joins us now. Chiney, now that was what we expected from the Knicks all along, an emphatic win in Game 4. Tell me what was different about New York in this one.
Their level of urgency. You heard Karl-Anthony Towns post-game. He said that they understood the magnitude of the moment. Their backs were against the wall, and what a response. It was truly a very physical game, but they played at that level. They dug in defensively. They actually held Atlanta to just 7 fast break points, their fewest since last year. But I really like the Karl-Anthony Towns game because they finally sort of used him as a hub on both ends of the floor. He had a triple-double, his first ever playoff career triple-double, and this was on the road when they really needed it. And so you look at the New York Knicks, it was a team effort, but I'm glad that they got Karl-Anthony Towns involved because when he goes and he's productive, the rest of the squad follows.
Yeah, it certainly looked good. As you said, desperation equals inspiration. Series now swings back to New York, couple days off. Game 5 goes Tuesday night. And don't worry, there is more Chiney coming up in this very Sports Center.
Let's check in on the Nuggets visiting the Timberwolves. Under 3 minutes left in the half. Nuggets lead by 3. Cam Johnson driving, scores on Anthony Edwards, but Edwards comes down awkwardly on his leg. Edwards would be helped to the locker room. He is now out for the remainder of the game. It does not look good for the Ant-Man. Head back to the locker room, getting checked out. Again, will not return to the game, but back to the action. The show must go on. Nuggets leading by 3 at this point. Jokic hands it off to Jamal Murray, who drives and scores. Nuggets up by 5. Next Nuggets possession. Jokic gives it to Aaron Gordon. Knocks down the 3. Denver up by 4 at the half. Now with under 9 minutes left in the third quarter, Nuggets up by 3. The ball swings to Ayo Dosunmu for 3. That's good. Timberwolves Nuggets still in progress. As again, remaining to be seen Anthony Edwards' health, but the game is tied at 63 in the third.
Pistons and Magic, which does not look at all like a 1-versus-8 series. 1-1 coming into today's action. Paulo Banchero and company back home in Orlando. Pick it up early in the third. Magic up by 9, and here comes Paulo driving right down Broadway with 2 hands. J.B. Bickerstaff does not like that kind of defense from his team. And then Desmond Bane. The Killer Bees, Banchero and Bane. Bane had 25, 7 threes in this one. Magic up 8 going into the fourth. Banchero driving and crunching again. Magic led by 17 at one point, but the Pistons would show their mettle and they would roar back. They cut it to 11. Cade Cunningham. Drive through contact, gets that to go and 1. Under 4 to go. Pistons cut it to 6. Cunningham finding Tobias Harris. That guy was cooking. He had 23. Pistons cut it to 3. Next Magic possession. Banchero drives. Jalen Duren meets him at the rim. And then the Pistons moving down court. Cunningham bringing it up. And he's going to raise up and knock down the 3. He had 27, ties it at 104. All the momentum flowing Detroit's way. And then Franz Wagner stepped into the fray. Wagner, contested jumper, gets it to go. Magic retake the lead up by 1. Next trip down. It's Wagner again. Hoisting up a 3 ball. 5 straight points for Wagner to give Orlando the 4-point lead. Just over a minute to go. Cunningham drives, but loses his footing, and it's Orlando's ball. And then Banchero, he threw up a Tyrese Halliburton, up and down, way up over the glass, and it falls. He had 25. The Magic take a 2-1 series lead.
I haven't learned anything. You know, we got a lot of respect for those guys over there, but we know how we stack up. We know what we got in this locker room, and so we don't fear them. But, you know, we got a lot of respect, and we just going to have to bring it on Monday.
It all starts with me. I got to be better about it. You know, organizing this and making sure we're getting shots on the run.
We'll learn from it, but it's over with. And, you know, it gives us more opportunity to study. It gives us more film to watch, more time, you know, to prepare, to get ready for Monday. But you can't hang on to it. And, again, our guys have been consistent all year, that we've been able to move on to the next. So I trust our guys, you know, that we'll focus on it. We'll learn from it. We'll study it. We'll get better at it. And then Monday, we'll be ready to go.
Obviously, this series far from over. There have been 8 previous instances of a 1 seed falling into a 2-1 hole to an 8 seed in a best of 7. Half of those 1 seeds came back to win the series, and all 4 won their next series as well. But only one played its way to a title after the early first-round deficit, the Spurs in 2014, the last championship for their legendary Big Three.
Now, the Thunder have a 2-0 series lead over the Suns as it heads to the Valley of the Sun. This series does, but it was SGA that was feeling all the heat. This man was on fire. SGA pulls up for 3, drains it, making that look easy. Thunder take the lead. Then halfway through the second, SGA drives, gets the layup to go. Another bucket. We've seen the long, we've seen the short. Let's check out the mid-range. Midi, count it. SGA can't miss. That man is on fire late in the first half. SGA drives, pulls up for the jumper. 17.7 of 7 from the field in the first half. Literally cannot miss. The Thunder lead by 9 at the break. Early in the third, Devin Booker trips over Lou Dort trying to cut back Dort. Dort's leg just catching Booker, but here's what Booker had to say about the play here.
I mean, I don't know if it's intentional or not. I mean, I've seen he stuck his leg out a little bit. He threw his hand up, you know, to say that it was a foul, and, you know, it just wasn't granted.
Booker would return to the game. And as the Suns trail by 11 in the third, Dylan Brooks driving, pulls up, fade away. That's good. Brooks had 33 and 7. The Suns now down by 9. A couple minutes later, Brooks driving, finds Booker in the corner. 4-3. He's all right. 16 and 7. Suns climbing back, trailing 87-79 into the fourth. Could they make this a game? SGA has something to say about that. This man can't stop, won't stop. Thunder up 13 at this point. Yeah. SGA now strips Booker. Larceny right there. Finishes with an emphatic slam. 42 points, a playoff career high. Here's SGA after the game.
Regardless of who's out there, I get to go out there and play my game. that's just like the role I have on this team. And my coaches and teammates do a really good job of like letting me be in my space. And now with our second ball handler out, naturally the end of the shot clock plays and naturally the start of possessions the ball's gonna be in my hands more, just naturally without Dub out there. So it's a little bit more opportunity. But regardless with that opportunity, I try not to like press more or press less, just like let the game tell me what to do. And usually works pretty well.
I don't think we saw anything different tonight than we normally do. Except he was 15 for 18, so.
Yeah, Chet, that's fair to say 15 for 18 is a little out of the ordinary. SGA's 42 points are the third most in NBA playoff history by a player to shoot 80% or better. The only guys with more are Dirk and Devin Booker. Shea was 14 for 15 from inside the arc in this one, something no player in the playoffs has ever done. That's a first. That's the reigning